writes a love lost, and a child he ain't met, or the scent of a hair that he can't forget, of the night he swore off the street's dark debt, but woke up deep in the same old net. Every word's a mirror reflecting the man that the hustle tried breaking, but never quite ran. Papers as priests, ink bleeds like a plan to confess every sin while he still can. He dreams of a porch where the wind feels kind, of a world where peace ain't a dream confined. But every sunrise reminds his mind that the game's cold steel is the tie that binds. Last page torn, blood stains on the fold, sirens outside, story half told, journal on the floor, secrets turn cold as the front door bursts and the night takes hold. Dreams and regrets scatter on the tile, life's ledger closed after a sure hard mile, but those words remain in his sacred file, a voice of a man lost to the tribe.
They just thinking truth but don't want to tell. It still shows soul in my sound. Play distinct sums of my trail. It's the soul of soul, breathe the fire.
Dust on the Bible, tears in the ink. Every prayer I write on the edge of the brink.
Yo, the candlelight flickers like my conscience is storm. Scriptures drip from my tongue, inked in biblical forms. Street choirs hum dirges through the alleyway mist, while I'm carving psalms and notebooks my enemies missed. Confession booth blues with the center cold steel. Every lyric's a sermon, every wound gotta heal. I seen halos and gutters, crowns rust in the rain. Faith tested in shadows where the angels were slain. I sip communion from flash, taste the blood of my strife. Write gospels for hustlers trying to resurrect life. Marble saints crack-eyed staring down from the dome, while the devil rents space in the walls of my home.
Ash under the altar, smoke under my skin. Every hymn that I whisper comes from where I've been.
Gold leaf peeling from the frames of my hope. I sew miracles together with this tattered old rope. The choir's gone crooked, hymns bent in the wind, but I still march through the storm with my pen as my kin. To sing's not for profit, it's the price of my breath. Every line is a candle that I'm burning for death. Confetti from confession still lit as my past, and I pray with my shadow cause it's all that I have. See the scriptures in the rhythm, the sermons in the bass, and God's fingerprints live in every scar on my face. When the church bells ring, it's just my heart being changed, preaching hope to the corners where only sorrow remains.
Ash under the altar, smoke under my skin. Every hymn that I whisper comes from where I've been. What a altar, what a altar, what a altar.
Ring the bell to signal them to fire.
Ash under the altar where the lost ones pray, that my words find their wings, let my sins drift away.
Whispers ride the wind before the storm. Heartbreak for the night, a new world born.
Prophet in the alley, vision sharp like a sight, speaking truths in the dark where the lost souls ride. Words twist and turn, intricate like a labyrinth, foretelling firestorms about to scorch the pavement. Crew gather round, eyes wide in the dim light. Warnings drip like venom, piercing through the night. Wars coming swift, ain't no place to hide tight. Streets bleeding red, kings fall without a fight. Signs in the smoke, coated in the city's breath. Echoes of the past dancing close to death. Old ghosts stirring the hood's face of death. Trust tight rope walking on a razor's breath.
Whispers ride the wind before the storm. Hearts race for the night, a new world born.
Eyes locked on the prophet, every word a riddle. Hoods pulse beating fast like 1,000 drum middles. War drums thumping, street sermons, no fiddle. Reality's harsh, a game with no second fiddle. Brothers stand firm, but don't be blind to the cost. In the fire's heat, many souls get lost. Betrayal's a blade, loyalty's frost. When the sirens call, pay the ultimate cost. Plans laid in shadows, chess moves so precise. Pieces fall silent in the cold sacrifice. Every breath counts, the hood's future's on ice. Prophets want it clear, pay attention, think twice.
Whispers ride the wind before the storm. Hearts race for the night, a new world born.
Storm clouds Crowds gathering, painted in blood and smoke. Hood's last breath hanging on words the prophet spoke. Fight or fall silent, the future's no joke. In the eye of the tempest, bonds are broke. Prophet's voice echoes, a call to the lost. In these hollow streets, pay the heavy cost. War's coming close, no matter the cost. Stand tall or be buried beneath what's tossed.
Whispers ride the wind before the storm. Hearts brace for the night of new world dawn. Whispers ride the wind before the storm. Hearts brace for the night
Be ready to
of
give the
new
signal and
world
return
dawn.
fire once the cannons are loaded.
Hey yo, walking through the city, eyes closed tight. Learning to listen, finding the light. Sounds paint pictures, colors in the air. Heart leads the way when vision's rare. Every step measured, careful and true. Trust in the world through a different view. The hum of the street, the rhythm and beat. Showing the way with every heartbeat. Friends by my side, guiding the way. Teaching me love and what they say. Blind but not lost, I feel the sun. Knowing my journey's only begun.
And in the daylight, eyes wide inside, trust in the heart where love is my guide.
Shadows may fall, but I never stray. Feel the path even when skies are gray. Strength comes from faith, deep in the soul, knowing I'm part of a greater whole. Every challenge a lesson to grow. Love lights the way more than eyes can show. With hands that reach and hearts that care, we find a way anywhere. Together we move, step by step, with courage and hope, no fear or regret. Lined in the daylight, yet seen clear. The brightest light is always near.
Be blinding light, eyes wide inside, trusting your heart where love is my guide. Let your heart be the light that lit my faith. Trust in light, till it's always my guide.
You've lost the dock.
Strength ain't just muscle, it's the fight you carry when the night's cold.
Bonus is bonus. When the night's coldest. Raised where the sun barely kissed the cracked concrete. Knuckles scarred from a life that never showed retreat. Mama's prayers on the wind carried through the alley while I learned to move solid. No need to rally. Punches traded like stories written on the skin. Every blow a lesson, every loss a win. School of hard knocks taught me to stand my ground. But dreams were like smoke, drifted, never found. Neighbors kept watch, eyes sharp as knives. Hustling for a future beyond these hard lives. Evening smell of sweat, iron and rain. Fighting to the horizon, breaking every chain.
Knuckles to the horizon, fist raised to the sky. Carrying the weight, but we
Be
still
ready to
learn
give
to
the signal and
fly.
return fire once the cannons are loaded.
Late nights with shadows, echoes of broken glass. Every punch thrown came from a past I can't pass. Friends lost to the streets, dreams buried in dirt. But I hold the fire, even when it hurts. Mom says, son, keep your heart harder than stone. But don't let the streets make you cold as a bone. So I walk this line, iron fists in my soul. Fighting for a peace that might never be whole. Blood on my gloves, sweat mixed with tears. Each scar a chapter in my fight through the years. But look to the horizon, dawn cracks the night. Strength in the struggle, finding the light.
Knuckles to the horizon, fist raised to the sky. Carrying the weight, but we still learn to fly.
Hey yo, city lights flicker, shadows stretch and bend. Lessons learned on every corner, every bend. Weaving connections with hands and heart. Building a world where we all play a part. Threads of kindness, threads of trust. In the web of life, fairness is a must. Every action echoes, every word can hold a chain of stories waiting to be told. Caught in the tangle, but still we strive. Learning to balance, learning to thrive. With courage in pockets and hope on the sleeve. We mend the cracks in the webs we weave.
Webs that we weave, strong and true, holding us close, me and you.
Sometimes the threads get tangled tight, but patience and love make everything right. We lift each other when falling down, turning the lost into a crown. Every connection a bond to keep. Promises sown, growing deep. The web holds strong when hands unite. Together we shine, together we fight. No one's alone in the wilds of rough. We give a bond made strong by love. No one's alone in the web of care. Every heart's welcome, every soul's there. With strength in the web we rise above. Weaving the world made strong by love.
Webs that we weave, strong and true,
Your team is
holding us close, me and you.
Remember, the webs we build hold us tight.